Last time, BJP had contested 110, so 110 seats, and JDU had contested 115 seats.
So there were 5 candidates who were on BJP symbol, but they were independent candidates. So it was 115, 115.
Okay.
But there were 5 seats that were given to independent
5
candidates.
seats, independent candidates on the BJP symbol. So 115, this time 101. So they both reduced their number of seats, but they are increasing their strike rate. You look at the fact that they, rather than contesting more seats, they're contesting less, upping their strike rate. So individual number of seats conversion is going up. And the allies are also happy. The local allies are happy in LJP. Ham was a little upset, but their strike rate is good
both
too.
At 62, but the JDU has gains of 19 and the BJP losses of 12. One part is, like I said, because they're fighting less seats. But yeah,
Zaka, if you look at the
146 now, sir. 146.
If you look at the India Alliance story, of course they are failing and faltering, but all constituents are actually, constant. It is not that the Congress is, dipping. Even the RJD is not doing well, and some of the smaller allies are doing very badly. That IP Gupta party and that other VIP. And the Congress performance is not that bad in that proportion.
Sir.
Yes,
down to 14 out of 61 seats.
Sir.
Because they had 19 last time. They're leading only in 14. They're down 5.
But you look at RJD.
No, but
look at RJD. You look at VIP.
Every India constituent is going down.
That is what I'm saying. So the alliance is failing.
That is because, sir, the team loses if you don't play cohesively.
Team loses because
sir, one says let's go for a run, the other one says no, I'm going to stand here, going to go for a boundary in the next over.
I think the story is clearly a story of alliance chemistry.
Alliance
the chemistry in the NDA alliance was very visibly there.
Yeah.
Whereas in the opposition alliance, the numbers clearly indicate that there was no gelling between
trust
the partners.
factor on Nitish, alliance chemistry. Two pearls coming from Sandeep. Yeah, Priyam Gandhi Modi.
Yeah, no, about the Congress story, it's a bad number. It's like saying that it's on ventilator and you're still justifying that it's zinda to hai, like that's
no, but you should give the book to Tejasvi Yadav and ask him what if there was no Congress in your alliance.
Exactly, that would be a whole different story.
You should actually give your book to Tejasvi Yadav and say what if there was no Congress in your alliance.
I think there is a fundamental issue with the opposition alliance, which is that all these guys have traditionally opposed the Congress. Fundamentally, for the Congress, and whether it is Samajwadi Party or it's RJD, it's an existential issue. If Tejasvi wins, it pretty much destroys the Congress going forward. And therefore, how can you have a coherent...
Sir, 18 seats, 18 seats ka leads not yet out, but the NDA is nearing 150 number. So 160 looks possible at this point with respect to leads. Look at the bottom of the screen, 149, 64 to the BJP, 64 to the JDU, both of them batting strongly for that alliance, and they should hit the 150 number. We'll have a few key race alerts also, but first to the live result. Griha has got some updates. Yes.
Okay, one update that we are getting for you, Anand, is coming in from Patna Sahab. Congress candidate Shashank Shekhar is leading. But I would like to get in an update on the rounds of counting like we have been looking at as far as EVMs is concerned. So first up, we are getting a lowdown on Bharatiya Janata Party, the number of constituencies that the BJP is leading on. And right now, the details that we are getting in is that the first round of counting is currently on, except in... Rajnagar, where the second round has started, and also in Aura, where the third round of counting has begun. So far, round 1 is what's going on, but in 1 or 2 constituencies is where we are seeing the second and third round of EVM counting that has begun. Same is true if we take a look at the number of constituencies where the RJD is leading. So far, there is round 1 that's going on, except in Danapur and in Baniapur, where the second round of EVM counting has begun. And all of these constituencies is where RJD is leading. So this is what is the latest that's coming in as far as the rounds.
So the RJD candidate is leading in Mahua and Tej Pratap is trailing. That's the key race alert. Tejasvi Yadav is actually leading in Raghopur. Congress party leading in 17 out of 61 contested. Better strike rate as of now in terms of leads compared to the 19 out of 70 that they eventually totaled in 2020. So the Congress would say, "Yaar, पिछली बार से better किया."
Being brought back to life. Yeah, Nalin, you wanted to make a point.
I want to make the point we're making for 2 days now. 2 points actually. One, we are seeing a replication of the Lok Sabha result of 2024. In the Lok Sabha, the JDU had 72 seats the BJP had 68 seats. And when you extrapolate the Lok Sabha to assembly constituents, this result is pretty much looking like that. And that's also because the point that Professor Shastri was making, that because of the alliance chemistry, the same alliance fought exactly the same way in the Lok Sabha, unlike in 2020. When LJP was cutting the votes. I'm also looking at the vote share numbers from the Election Commission. The BJP is at 26.2% of the vote at the moment. RJD is 24.13% and JDU is 15.15%. That only further underscores the point about alliance, because the votes, while the votes are disparate, they are very concentrated in certain pockets.
In certain pockets, and point is that the BJP may still remain the single largest party, with the JDU not so far behind, but it's actually propped up and pulled up the JDU. Have they really mastered their strategy? Because you said alliance chemistry. Somebody said let's credit Amit Shah for what this is happening. Sohail said we should credit Amit Shah for brilliant poll management. But also, did they get it right? Did they understand the sentiment on ground right, that you cannot nail Nitish and to the ground and try and win this election, because it's not going to happen? Is the BJP now realizing the importance of the regional allies in certain states, especially where it's playing second fiddle?
No, absolutely it is, and the decision to go with and to align again with Nitish Kumar a while ago was important. And the result, look at the number.
152 leads.
Anand,
232, 152.
26% vote share for BJP at the moment. If this number holds, that's a 6% bump from the Lok Sabha election. And compared to the last election, that's a 7% bump. So it's actually showing that BJP as a party is growing in this election, just as JDU is growing.
Yeah, I think, is this the new recalibrated strategy, that rather than grow at the cost of the other, let everybody grow and we'll grow a little more along with that?
So I think in Bihar it is a function of the fact that there was no alternative for the BJP. BJP doesn't have a local leader, and the caste matrix is such that the JDU's caste basis and BJP's caste group,
you have to
they complement each other very well. So they're not competing with each other, so they work very well as an alliance.
Is always stuck between the politics of social justice and Hindutva. Unlike in UP, Hindutva does not have a statewide appeal and a largish base where you can hit the critical mass of forming the government on your own. So it's always been a situation where the BJP needs the help of one of these old socialist mandalwala parties, and Nitish has always been their steady ally.
What happens after that?
95.
Nisula, what happens after Nitish? I mean, you've been saying that this is possibly his last election. What happens? Does Bihar also mirror UP then?
No, I don't think so. I think there will be some sort of a recalibration of that old kind of a politics in a new way, which Nitish did close to 2000, which is when he created, from the larger Mandal bloc, he created his own vote bank.
As per election, the NDA has more than 50% vote share. फिर तो election भाग जाएगा सर, एक तरफ भागेगा.
वो तो एक तरफ भागेगा. But I think it will depend on what will happen to Bihar politics, the kind of decisions BJP is going to make. If BJP makes a Jharkhand-like decision, they will pay the price of that decision in next election also.
Correct. Which is what? Say that
you
again.
got a non-tribal chief minister.
No, I think with this result, it's very clear that Nitish will be CM. I don't think there's any post-Nitish
kind of decision, right? And so it will, see, BJP tried 2 deputy CMs last time, 2 deputy CMs this time. None of them have been able to emerge as sort of like
नहीं कर पाएंगे sir. And in Bihar, I think somewhere it is very simple. You have to defer to Nitish, and you have to allow Nitish to announce his legatee. Nitish Kumar has to announce his legatee, whether he announces the legatee from JDU, from BJP or anywhere. And for all you know, he will announce somebody from the JDU, and somebody is being groomed, quietly being groomed to take over.
I don't think he's going to announce a legatee. I have a feeling he's going to be like Jayalalitha. He'll say that, look, people will push forward a leader, because he himself...
They still haven't solved that problem.
What he basically, I think, did in 95 onwards, along with George Fernandez, and breaking away from the Janata Dal led by Lalu Prasad Yadav at that time, which became the RJD, was to do a Mandal 2.0, which is the salami slicing of the larger OBC bloc. Then he added the women's vote. Now you will have the part 2 of that situation, where somebody will have to come and conceptualize a new sort of a social coalition. I don't think that Hindutva even now will be able to win BJP the election in Bihar.
If I may request, let's not talk about post Nitish Bihar as
Just
of now.
yet.
Let him.
Why
No,
not?
no, no. We wish him great health. We wish him great health. We wish him a successful 5-year term as Chief Minister, and also underline the fact कि भाई टाइगर अभी जिंदा है, बूढ़ा शेर में अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा खून आ
Because
रहा
you're
है.
forgetting
कोई problem नहीं.
neither Prakash Singh Badal vacated the seat nor M.K.
No,
Stalin vacated
but
the
I'm
seat.
just saying. See,
Anand,
but I feel that the intelligent and the engineer in Nitish, and also a certain level of political astuteness,
Nitish was another
he
level
will
of
at a point in time know that अगर पार्टी को चलाना है तो कोई अगला उत्तराधिकारी घोषित करना पड़ेगा.